everybody, welcome to my channel. I have been requested many times on multiple occasions. What can we do to return to sender? Um, and what that means for those of you who are not aware, a lot of the times we cannot explain what's the reason for our bad luck, what's the reason for not having enough money if we try the best and the best we can, and for some reason there's just no reason at all that makes any sense when it comes to progression and when it comes to abundance. A lot of the times, unfortunately, um, people are very quick to jump into candle magic, are very quick to wish us harm, etc. So this video is specifically for my subscribers and those of you who have private messaged me in reference to wanting to know how to defend yourself or how to protect yourself from that. As I tell all my customers and all my clientele, I never I'm not the type of witch that will tell you, I'm going to remove that spell from you and not do anything with the energy. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to say I will diminish that energy. If you are aware, when it comes to magic, when it comes to energies everlasting, you can never, uh, unfortunately, sometimes you can never destroy energy. So there's a certain route that I take when it comes to protection, when it comes to breaking black magic spells that have been done to us either through candle magic or through consecration of rituals, etc. So this is a very easy, very quick way to dispel all that negative energy that has been sent your way. This is very easy and very quick to actually start to notice a difference. And again, it is a return to sender spell. What that means is whatever it is that they sent your way, you're basically sending it back to them. And at the same time, you're protecting yourself from any negative backlash or whatnot. Now, I do want to mention a lot of the times people are not capable of doing magic. So, most of the time, what this entails is they usually go to someone else to have those rituals or that magic performed. Um, so, whatever it may be, it's like a link of chain. And what that means is it will not only backlash to the spellcaster, meaning the witch that performed it, but it also goes to that person. Okay. And basically, when you do this, there's certain steps that I will get into that will reassure that they will never try to do that again. And if they do, they will have to face, the threefold law. So again, uh, I try the best I can to always guide my clients the best I can. If you do have the opportunity, I highly encourage you to go to a professional or someone that knows exactly what they're doing. And the reason for that, again, is you don't want any backlashes or anything. But if you do feel that, someone has been harming you or someone has been wishing ill towards you, this is a very good candle spell that you can do, that you will see very quickly, within 2 to 3 days, you will start to see the difference. Again, I do want to make sure to put it out there that as a disclaimer, if you are not sure that a certain person has done this to you, then my suggestion would be, to make it as a general. And what I mean by that is there's a certain process that you can do. I'll get into that. But if you're unaware of if it's been, if you've been worked on with candle magic multiple times or whatever it may be, then just do it as a general and as a whole. And what that means is whatever links and ties go to whatever casters have been done or have input to you or towards you, it basically correlates all that link and all that energy and dispels it and sends it right back. Okay. So, anyways, what you will be needing is a black candle. Uh, I know a lot of people fear the black candles. Actually, black candles are very, very good, and you should always have at least one or two in your home because what it does, it dispels bad energy. It sucks in the bad energy because it is, the color black. And with doing that, if you, it doesn't have to be charged or whatever, but if you actually envision as it's melting that it's melting all the negativity surrounding you, then it works to the best of your interest. Excuse me. Now, moving along, I do want to make mention that it's very important for you guys to understand and know when it comes to magic. I highly encourage you, again, I want to make it known for you to go to someone that knows exactly what they're doing. Again, we don't want any backlash or anything like that. Um, and when it comes to dark magic, this is a very touchy subject for some. So again, if the person just didn't necessarily wish a black magic, basically what it is, it doesn't necessarily have to be demonic or anything like that. It could just be candle magic. It could just be you know, what us Mexicans would consider salamiento, when someone just wishes for you to have bad luck in money, in business, whatever it may be. This will definitely take care of it, and it will basically, you will be able to notice within 2 to 3 days, like I said. So, anyways, let's move along. You need a black candle. I highly encourage you guys to get uh, a natural from the marketplace, a crab, um, and cook it. Get the meat out, whatever it is, and stay with the shell, and like this. And once you have that, that shell, then you will turn it into powder. You will like this right here. Not sure if you can see. And this is necessary, and the reason for that is because uh, you know when it comes to the shell, what the shell does, actually, the powder, what it does, it's a representation of, how the crabs walk sideways or walk backwards. So what you're doing is you're sending it to them. So it's going to go back to the person that initially did this to you. So again, it's very important that you do integrate the crab powder into this ritual. Now, you have the option of using regular dirt. Um, in regular dirt, what it symbolizes is the strength and the protection of earth, the element of earth. As you guys all know, I always work with all my elements. It's very important to do so. Um, but I highly encourage you guys to actually have, uh, as a protection against yourself for any further doing, graveyard dirt. Graveyard dirt is very important, and it's a very, very protective type of energy. So yes, it is from the graveyard. And what this does is basically, it's kind of like you are sending the whatever it is that they wished upon you, you're sending it back to them. You're removing it from yourself, so it keeps you in a on a light type of energy. Why? Because you are doing the best you can to help yourself to maintain that higher frequency level for your higher purpose, and that is very important. Now, with the graveyard dirt, what you're doing is basically you will be mixing it with the crab powder. And again, like I said, crabs, walk backwards or sideways, meaning you're sending this back to them with this graveyard dirt mixed in there. This will basically make sure that they never try to do that again to you, because the more they work magic against you, or the more that they use your name in candle magic, it will backlash to them. And the more they try, the more, just bad juju they get towards them. So it basically, honestly, in all honesty, it's to make sure that they don't fuck with you anymore. Okay, so just putting it out there. So finally, um, you will also need dragon's blood resin, or powder, or incense. And I'm already burning some. And the reason for that is dragon's blood is very important in these types of spells, because dragon blood, what it actually amplifies is your control, your total and absolute control over the situation. Meaning you're directing this energy and sending it right back to them, but you're not losing the control of having the power or the knowledge or the wisdom to fight it again in case you do need to protect yourself. So it will always keep you in control of this situation. I highly recommend you. I always use dragon's blood when it comes to protection for myself and for my family. Again, because it is very important to always maintain control over that situation. So, anyways, you can also have the option of when you're boiling the crab. I always tend to keep. I'm not sure if you can see it, but to keep the claw or to keep something of the crab and the water that you use to boil uh, the crab, I always use it. I always keep it, and the reason why you keep it is because in case you do come, I mean, for me, it would be easy to find out if someone is trying to send me backlash of the spell, meaning it's easy for me to come to terms to know if they're fighting this spell. And within a couple of days, if not hours, I will know. And when I know that, this water becomes very important, because again, you can always use this later on. If they continuously keep messing with you or with your family, you can go to that person's house, you can sprinkle some of this water in their front door, in their lawn, in whatever. And what it does, it basically, it's crawling back to them. Whatever it is that they continuously keep pushing towards you, it will just backlash to them. So this is just for protection purposes. Now, let's see. Now, in this candle, what you're going to do is you're going to spell out return to sender, but instead of doing it upwards, like from the bottom up, you're going to do it from the top down. And the reason for that is because you're going to burn the top, you're going to chant the spell. And when you do that, you will then let the wax burn for a little bit, and very quickly you will put it out with the crab powder and the cemetery dirt, and you will put it out. An example this way, and burn it out. And when you burn that out, you will then find, as you can see, I already did this, but um, the reason why I did it for timing purposes, but you have the option of biting the candle, the bottom, or cutting it with a knife, whatever it may be. But make sure to pull out. You will see that right at the center of the candle, you're going to see the wick. And it's very important to leave it that way, because once you put it out this way with the powder and the graveyard dirt, you will then light it here, and you will then put it inside, whether it's a plate or whatever you're putting the candle and the powder in. You will put it in this direction and let it completely burn. And what it's doing, it's returning to sender. Now, I highly recommend you guys to use a mirror. It could be a pocket mirror, a small mirror. And the reason for that is, again, anything that has to do with return to sender spells, it's more important to use the mirror, because the mirror is a representation of whatever it is that they sent to you. Now, as witches, we can see exactly what type of magic they used with the mirrors of the customer or the person that's needing this. And again, the mirror it's kind of like a channel in a way. And what it does, it just amplifies the energy that you're sending, and it's sending it directly to that person that did this to you. Okay? So, anyways, once you have done and crushed the crab powder, you will then use either normal dirt, or you will use the graveyard dirt. Again, like I said, I highly recommend graveyard dirt, and not very much of it, just very little. And the reason why I use my graveyard dirt, again, it's because when I do something, I want to make sure that I don't have to redo anything or rework any type of magic or anything like that. I want to make sure that first time I do it right, and I don't have to worry about that anymore. So, anyways, once you have mixed them, you will mix the dirt and the crab powder. Okay, and it's gonna look something like this. Now, again, like I said, you will then proceed to put return to sender on the candle, and make sure not to do it from the bottom down. I mean, from the bottom up. You're going to do it from the bottom, I mean, from the top down. And the reason you're doing this is because, again, once you put this out, you will then put it this way. So then this is going to be the upright position. You understand? I hope you do. Anyways, let's move along. Sorry, I'm concentrating because I'm actually working a spell right now. So give me a couple of minutes. Now, if you do know precisely the person that's doing you harm, the person that's wishing you um, harm, uh, you can go ahead and write it down in a parchment paper and put it right at the center of the powder and the graveyard dirt. And the reason why you're putting the name is because it's going to go directly to that person. Again, I want to, you know, make sure that you guys know who the person is. The reason why I say that is because if you're unaware if multiple people have done harm to you or your family, I try to keep it general, just in case it can backlash to those that I am unaware of. Okay. And then you just go all around the candle writing return to sender. Now I have already worked on I've already worked on the candle. The candle has already been charged, and the crab powder was already charged. Now, my graveyard dirt is always charged. I make sure that before I even put it in this jar, it's charged. So it has a purpose. Now, I've already done that, but for those of you who don't know, when you have the powder and the crap in whatever plate you're using, and also I do want to mention whatever plate you're using, make sure that it's a plate you don't need because you will have to get rid of it. Okay. The reason why I'm doing it here is because I'm actually not going to do the candle right now. Not here, anyways. This is, I basically use it for all my candle magic workings and stuff. But, anyways, make sure to do a prayer and you always do it on the whatever, if you're right handed or left handed, that's your projection. That's what you send out. So I am a right hand, so you would always charge or ask charge the crab powder and the cemetery dirt with your right hand. If you're left hand, you would use the left, okay? I hope that makes sense. Now, anyways, you're going to charge it. You're going to envision yourself sending light to both the crab powder and the cemetery dirt, and you will say a prayer. If you are of any other religion, you would say a prayer, um, whatever best suits you, but you can always use my prayer, which would be earth, air, fire, water, element of spirit. I ask you to assist me in discharging of this dirt for protection as a barrier. If this person continuously keeps sending bad energy or working my name and invoking my name through candle magic, through spell work, or through casting, I use this as a barrier to maintain for the higher purpose of myself and the people surrounding me. In perfect trust and in perfect love, blessed be. I didn't mention certain prayers that I use because, again, I'm very, very, very careful when it comes to my spell work. Some of it I've learned, some of it has been passed down to me, some of it I've integrated it and used uh, you know, some um, some words that are needed, and then I integrated it, make it my own. It gives me the best results. Again, like I said, you're capable of doing that prayer or any other prayer that works best for you. Um, I hope you understand, but I'm not very easy with putting my complete spells on the internet. So, anyways, moving along. Right after this, you will then go ahead and proceed to light the candle. Now, you have the option of getting, you can get, um, you can get any type of oil. So if you have, an example, um, if you're not handy with certain types of oils, you can always use uh, a regular, olive oil, extra virgin oil, whatever it works for you. You can always use that. But anyways, I have my specific ones that I use. So then you put them in your fingertips, and you will from the bottom to the middle, and then from the middle to the top, and then reverse it and do the same thing and charge it. Make sure to do a spell, sorry, a spell. Make sure you do a prayer when you do the prayer. I mean, all of this has already been done because I prepare all my tools before I actually use them. But anyways, this is for you guys. So like I said, just make a prayer. An example, you would say, um, you know, candle night, candle night, or candle dark as night. I ask you to assist me in this protection for myself, for the people surrounding me, and for those whom live in the same home as I do. I, charge you for the sole purpose of protection against, and then you say the person's name, or if it's just the general type of energy, you would say, I ask you to assist me in the protection and liberation of all candle magic and all those who have wished me ill. And once you're done with that, make sure to really focus that energy. Focus a lot of the times. Negative energy is not a good thing, but sometimes it is necessary. And the reason why it's necessary is because you have to protect yourself, you have to defend yourself. So make sure that before you light it, you're going to say this spell that I'm going to say out loud. Um, but make sure that when you're doing that, you have it already, centered with the mirror and the powder and the graveyard dirt, and you're going to just basically put your projective hand, which would be my right hand, over the candle, and you will say out loud, "Thy artifice has been reversed. Thy curse has been returned. By force and will, by force and fire and cunning will, be thou the victim of thy own ill. Through land or waters, thine own through land or waters, it goes to you. Crimson candle bright with fire, sent to sender his own will of desire. I send back now his or her own doing by the law of three, so mote it be." And you continuously keep saying that and continuously keep saying that until you feel it's been charged enough. You light it, you let it burn for a couple of minutes. My suggestion, 3 minutes. I work in threes and nines. But whatever feels right to you. After 3 minutes, or whatever minutes you desire, you're going to turn it around. You're going to put it out here in the same powder, which is the crab powder and the cemetery dirt powder. Once it's off, you're going to say out loud whatever it is you've been experiencing. An example. Um, if income and money and finances have been bad, I send back to you uh, the same experiences I've been experiencing in the material sense. When it comes to my finances, when it comes to work, you will experience and you will know that this was by your own doing. Um, whether it's bad luck and just having issue after issue, you will experience, and I call forth for you to experience whatever negative energies have been surrounding me, as this was done through your own will, etc. Always make sure to say that because they sent this to you. Once you're done, you light it in the reverse position, and you basically leave it centered and let it burn out completely. Once it is burned out completely, then you will, with the plate, or whatever it is that you use, you're going to smash it again with the powder, and you will then, you have two options. Either you would throw it to the trash, get rid of that get rid of the mirror and get rid of the plate that you used. Or to me, again, like I said, it's very important for me to basically work with all elements. So what I would do is crush the wax, crush the. And here's another thing: when you're burning this candle, if you decide to use a mirror, if the mirror breaks, then you definitely have to throw out the plate and throw out the powder and the candle wax that has been burnt out, throw it out completely. So you put it in a bag and throw it out, throw it to the trash, throw it away from your home. Now, if it is not broken, the mirror is not broken, everything's intact. The only thing is the obviously the wax has melted already. So what you do is the mirror you remove the mirror, you break the wax and the powder, and you then put it in a pouch, or you put it in anything that you can maintain, like a Ziploc bag or something like that. Because then I suggest you would get rid of it through a water stream, through down the toilet, uh, just something that is running water going away from you. And the reason for that, again, is because you're sending it back. You don't want it near you. The mirror, then you can go ahead and you can then ask the mirror to assist you. Furthermore, whenever any negative energy or anything, any candle magic or anything is is used against you, you can ask the mirror to assist you in breaking that curse. And what happens is usually, if you, an example, if you tend to keep the mirror, my suggestion would be to always keep it near you. So would keep it like uh, in a drawer or at the entrance of your home. Um, and whenever you notice it crack or like a very tiny crack, it's for warning you. It's telling you that uh, your name has been invoked in candle magic, etc. And then you can go ahead and redo this all over again. Um, Although I do want to mention, if you happen to use graveyard dirt, you probably won't be able, not able, you probably won't need to redo this again. And the reason for that is because graveyard dirt takes very good care of you, meaning if they continuously keep using magic against you, it would just backfire on them and it will go back to them tenfold. I hope you guys are aware of that. Anyways, the reason why I did this was because a lot of my subscribers had been asking me, what can you do? I understand that when it comes to the practice, it's not easy, and it's not cheap to reach out to people that know exactly what they do. And the reasoning for that is, again, because if there is a backfire, there's a backlash when it comes to candle magic, when it comes to rituals, whatever. We as witches are the ones that have to deal with that and take further action at no additional cost to you guys. So, this is a very easy way to do it uh, and help you guys. For those of you who don't have the money or who really are not in a situation that you're able to get a professional to do it for you, this is basically very simple and very easy. And not just that, but again, very effective. So I hope you guys can appreciate that. I wish you guys the very, very best. And we will see from each other soon. Light and love to you guys. Bye.